Hi, I'm Evan Pantazi. I got a great question in from my YouTube channel. Master Shannon was asking me if I ever involved southern praying mantis, and in particular using their main fist of the Phoenix Eye Fist and the Ginger Fist. Now, many people have heard of the Phoenix Eye Fist, which is the Shokin. It's called many different things in many different styles. It's the extended first knuckle, and that's using it to strike in. Now, most people strike straight in with that. I like to hook in with it, okay, because it has the integrity of the bone structure. If you hit straight in, it has a tendency to collapse. If you hook it in, then it doesn't collapse as readily. Also, that's the yang aspect. If you look at the yin aspect, as I've done on many Weiqi videos in the past, using this as the shokin, okay, you use the pinching or the yin aspect of grasping, okay? There's always a positive and a negative aspect. Either you're striking outward with a concussive or you're compressing inward with a grabbing type of a technique or a seizing type of a technique. Now, in the Mantis form, as most people know, their posture is using the single blade of grass hand from the Bubishi in a hooking type of an action. And what you do is, if you ever looked at a YouTube video of a praying mantis overcoming its prey, what it does is it will snag it with those two long arms and hold it so it could devour the its prey. Now, it has two teeth that come out, or two main pinches that come out, and it just keeps going at it until the praying mantis has had its fill of that particular meal. Anyway, if you're looking at the mandibles of the praying mantis, they're spiked, okay? So they look like two hooks that come out and they just chew. Now, that could be the Phoenix Eye Fist, and that's what you want to look at. Now, how do you use that in a Kyusho context? You're not going to bite the person on a Kyusho target. You could, but most of us are not going to go to that length. In a fight, you never know what you have at your ready and what you need to use to get out of whatever situation it is. But biting is pretty low on the totem pole for most people. So how can we combine those two aspects? How can we get the praying mantis grasping techniques or seizing techniques in with the Phoenix Eye Fist or the Shokin? So what we would do is we could hook onto the person. Say you hook beside the neck, okay? You grasped onto the person's neck. Sorry, I don't have an uke here today. So you're grabbing onto the person's shoulder, their neck, and then all of a sudden you hook into a blood vessel or a nerve. You could hook behind the ear at the root of the facial nerve as an example for a nerve attack. And that would cause unconsciousness or a dysfunction in the body where the victim would fall, or for a praying mantis in particular, but for us, it would disable our opponent. You could also go into the blood vessels. Now, you could also do it as the mantis was like chewing on its prey, as you could go in with the negative aspect, and you could grab right into the blood vessels or nerves in the neck and get a dysfunction or an unconsciousness, or you could subdue and possibly even cause a fatality. So a very powerful technique. Now, the Ginger Fist. Now, not many people know the Ginger Fist. Now, the Ginger Fist was taught to me back, in the early mid-90s by one of my instructors and mentors, Sammy Biancuso of Shaolin Kempo. And the Ginger Fist is basically this fist right in through here, where the first finger is compressed, and then you have the other finger is rising at a different level. Now, people would look at that and say, why don't you just make the Hyrakin or the leopard paw for striking straight in? Now, I would never use this for striking straight in. However, if you're in a grasp situation like the praying mantis has locked onto its prey, basically in a clinch type of an action, then you could use that ginger fist quite readily. Now, for me to use the ginger fist, what I could do is grasp onto the back of the neck using the hooking hand to get the neck region stretched out in this manner, and then take the knuckles and ride up the nerve. You could ride up this way, or as I used to work with when I worked with Sami Buankuzo many years ago, and I would turn it right into form into the shokin. So that transition from the ginger fist, where you were on your target with the small knuckle and added the other knuckles crawling right up into the main targets, that could be a possibility as well. Or you could be using that as a grasping type of an action, but not using this like a grabbing action, because this index finger is extremely weak. And I'll get into that in a later filming. But this fist here, when you grab onto it and you rotate or you twist, that's teaching you how to go from the ginger fist position into the phoenix eye fist. It's that transition, or coming right back out to release the opponent's vascular tissue, nerve tissue, however the case may be. It can also ride up on the harder surfaces, not just the soft pockets, but you could ride one of the nerves up, like you have off the facial nerve and through here, the temporal nerve. And I'll show you in the extended video a version with the anatomy also. But you could ride right up that nerve and cause 4 major shocks to that nerve. And it's not in a concussive aspect. I wouldn't hit individually with that. What I would do is grind up, and that transition from the ginger fist into the phoenix eye fist would cause the dysfunction. So again, thanks, Master Shannon, for your question on Southern Mantis style and the 2 particular fists of the Phoenix Eye Fist and the Ginger Fist, and some of the applications for Kyusho. Now, if you want to send me a film of a form that you have the questions on, and the particular questions like you asked in this last video, I could get into the techniques that would work for you, and you could try, and then we could do a collaborative. You could film yourself doing them, and I would film myself doing them, and we can cross-correlate, and it would be great instruction for the people out there in YouTube to watch how you can parlay these 2 ideas off each other. So again, thanks for the question. It's great. If you out there have a question, please ask it. I try to get to the questions that come in as long as they're pertinent to Kyusho, and handle those ideas for you here on YouTube.